Hi, I'm Mark from VRBO Outstanding and Vacation Home Mastery. This week's episode is probably one of the most important messages that you're going to send out to your guests before they check out, and to go along with that, your checkout rules and how that's going to ensure that you get a 5-star review on that guest stay each and every time. So you got to stay tuned. And welcome back. Okay, you're going to be messaging your guests multiple times before they arrive. In fact, I message my guests several times, and some of you might think, Mark, that's excessive. Well, you got to remember, I get a signed rental agreement, they get a message about the security deposit, we give them the welcome email for thank you email for welcome them to their booking, right? For thanking them for their booking. But we also give them information about the area a couple weeks prior, where to eat, things to go see, etc. Places to avoid too, okay? And then also we send them, again, all automated through OwnerRez, their code, which is usually the last 4 of their phone number. So they're getting emails constantly throughout. And in our course, we go over the verbiage that I use to ensure a 5-star review each and every single time, okay? Now, we build up the 5-star stay as soon as they book, okay? But when they get there, they're gonna get a welcome email, that night when they arrive, making sure everything's okay as well. But the day before, or should I say the night before they leave, probably around 4 or 5 o'clock, we usually send it. We send them an email with their checkout instructions, and we add a little line to ensure that we get that 5-star review. Now, first and foremost, the checkout instructions. We got to have a little discussion on this, folks. You guys have all these rules. Some of you have a litany of rules, and some of you just have a couple basic ones, and I get it. But remember, what do I always tell my hosts out there, my other hosts? That your cleaners should be at the property 15 minutes after checkout to start cleaning. And here's why. Number one, maybe they left the door open. Maybe they left the windows open. Maybe they left the AC on and the windows and doors open, okay? Maybe they left the refrigerator door open. Maybe they left water running, okay? So you give them a 15-minute grace period. Now sometimes our cleaners will get there at checkout time, which is 10 o'clock. And if they're still there, they'll give them 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, they go in and start cleaning, okay? That usually never happens, okay? And where we are, people are usually flying there, or it's a very long drive. They're out on the road fairly early. Now, when your cleaners get there at checkout or 15 minutes after checkout, okay, you don't have to tell your guests, take out the garbage. Your cleaners are gonna be there, okay? Just the garbage can wait 15 minutes. Don't tell your guests to take out the garbage. Now, here's another thing I've learned. You don't have to tell your guests to clean the dishes in the sink. Chances are most of them will. And even if you did tell them, the ones who aren't gonna do the dishes are just gonna leave them anyway, okay? So you're better off just not even telling them, and most people are gonna clean, okay? A couple other things, some people will tell people turn the AC down, lock all the windows, etc. And honestly, your cleaner's going to be there. They should take care of the AC, okay? Don't tell your guests to strip the sheets. You didn't tell them to make the bed. Don't tell them to unmake it. Even with the towels. Now, people are going to, out of habit, from staying in other places, they're going to do that anyway, or they're going to get the towels at least and put it by the dishwasher. And that's cool if they want to do that. But here's what we tell people. And we have 2 rules with checkout, 2 checkout rules with cleaning. Is the first one I kind of don't like, but you can't just have the one rule. So I always tell people, look, you've got 2 checkout responsibilities. Lock the door and drive safely, okay? And that's it. So I will share with you the verbiage that we use on our farewell or departure email, okay? And again, we automate this through OwnerRez, but we like to send it out just before dinner time because, look, let's face it, your guests are going to be packing getting stuff ready, because look, they stayed there for a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month. They have to make sure they got everything, and they're getting ready for their drive or flight the next day. They're checking in, they're getting their boarding pass. They have a lot on their mind, okay? So basically what you want to do is keep it simple. So we always tell people, unlike other places, we believe you're on vacation. We don't want you to do any chores, because no one does chores on vacation. We just ask that you lock the door and drive safe, and don't forget to leave your 5-star review from your fantastic vacation you had, and we'd love to host you again next year. Hope you grabbed a card on your way out. Look at what I did there. I'm going to go back to front. Last week we had an episode on business cards. So we reminded them to take a business card. This way they're booking direct, okay, if they're not booking direct already. And we've programmed in their head to come back and book with us next year. We're already planting the seeds for them to make this their next vacation stop in the following year. And what else did we do? We reminded them to make a 5-star review when they leave, because we're also going to be sending them an email the day after checkout for the link on where they go to fill out their review, okay? And the cool thing about OwnerRez is that you can go ahead and have them do the review, and you have the right to refuse to publish it through everything except Airbnb. So if they left a 4-star review, you can block it. Now hopefully that's never the case, but with VRBO you get the first kind of right of refusal, so to speak. So before that, I mentioned the 2 things, and we do a little dig. And I'm sorry, I'm going to apologize to the other hosts out there. I'm doing this little dig to you. But we don't believe you should be doing chores on vacation, okay? And we tell them that, and they appreciate it. Now, why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because 9 times out of 10, yes, 9 times out of 10, those people are going to respond to that automated email thinking I wrote it and sent it to them manually, okay? They're going to reply back and say, oh, thank you so much. That's a breath of fresh air. We expected a list of things to do, or, oh, don't worry, we'll strip the beds anyway and put it by the washing machine, or something like that. When people get that email, when I tell them you're on vacation, you don't have to do any chores, just lock the door and drive safe, they appreciate that so freaking much. Folks, I cannot tell you the positivity we get when we get those emails back from those people. It is amazing, okay? So I want to press upon you, when people expect the worst and they get the best, they are in such an elated mood that the next day when they check out and they get their email reminder to leave the review, it's 5 stars every time. I programmed them from the start. This is my little tidbit for this week, and I apologize if I missed a few weeks, been a little busy doing some other things. I apologize, that's no excuse, but I'm going back to every Friday drops of videos. And what I always want you to do is hit like, comment, and subscribe. I want to hear your questions. I want to hear your comments. I want you to like it. I want you to subscribe. I want you to share these videos. And I'll see you again next week.